You're listening to the Spooky Darlings, where three sisters like to have a follow-up Friday. I'm Haley.
I'm Nettie.
I'm Emily.
And we have some fun stuff for our listeners today. Nettie, will you take the lead?
I will. Well, I'll start with, we should probably let our listeners know we have exciting plans this weekend.
Yes.
Which is actually today for the day that our listeners would be listening to this episode.
Yes.
We are going. Who wants to say it? I feel like
I want to say it.
Okay.
We're going to go to Brandi Carlile. Woo!
Yes,
At
we're
the
going to Brandi
Gorge.
Carlile.
And the Gorge is one of the most amazing venues I've ever seen music at. It's so beautiful. It's like such a gorgeous scenery. I love it there. It's magical.
It's literally Gorge.
Yes.
The Gorge. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited because we get, I sent the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Emily thought that we were only watching a concert Sunday night? And that we were just camping 3 nights and she didn't understand why?
No.
That's
You thought
true.
that?
I did think
Somehow
that.
we did not communicate to her the magnificence of the whole weekend.
I thought we were so clear that it's like Brandi and Indigo Girls. Brandi and...
Well, there, listen, I'll tell you the whole lineup because I sent it to you guys. Because I couldn't remember either. I was like, I kept saying, I'm pretty sure Sheryl Crow's going to be there. But then in my mind, I was like, or am I remembering the other time Sheryl Crow was there? Because she's been there. So, Friday night, it is Brandi, the Indigo Girls, and a band called I'm With Her, which I've heard of, but it's not.
Probably the opener.
Maybe, yes. Then, Saturday night, Sarah Bareilles, Bonnie Raitt, and of course, Brandi Carlile. Then, Sunday, it is Brittany Spencer, Winona Judd, Sheryl Crow.
You were right. Sheryl Crow.
Yes, I was right. And the Highwomen.
The Highwomen.
And it says the Highwomen featuring Sheryl Crow, Winona Judd, and Brittany Spencer. So I think that they must all be doing songs with the Highwomen. I hope we're getting
That's fun.
our original Highwomen as well. I'm assuming we are.
I don't think they've released another album.
So, and then Brandi, of course.
Of course.
Also be singing again with her amazing band. And I got real excited for a minute because when I read Brittany Spencer, I was thinking Britney
Spears.
No, Brittany. I was thinking Brittany Pierce from, isn't Brittany Pierce the one that sings, oh gosh, what's the band? I went and watched them. The Alabama Shakes. The Alabama Shakes.
Is that Brittany Pierce?
Brittany something.
I know her name's Brittany.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think I looked it up because when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to be there. This is amazing.
But she's got an amazing voice.
Brittany Howard.
Brittany Howard. I don't know how I got Brittany Pierce. But
Brittany
Howard, that's what I thought at first, but then it's Brittany Spencer, who I believe is the member of the Highwomen that did the I Am a Freedom Rider verse.
Oh, yes, that was so good.
She was so good, but I should probably double check. And I didn't see if Allison Russell was coming. I kind of was hoping she was because I've really enjoyed her in the past. And she's the one that Jamie Jacobson and I ran into when we were driving through Cave B Winery.
Oh, yeah.
And rolled down our window, and she was so kind to us.
But this is going to be so wonderful. I can't wait for another Brandi weekend with my sisters.
Yay.
Always my favorite.
I'm just glad she's finally back at the Gorge because she really hurt my feelings by taking a couple of years off.
Oh, especially when we had a whole thing booked.
I know. We were
Cave B Winery.
Splurging. We had booked it a year in advance of Airbnb at Cave B Winery because it's walkable. And we just checked the same thing for this year would have been $10,000. It was not that much it was a splurge for us when we tried to book it 3 or 4 years ago. Whatever year it was where she thought she was coming and then canceled.
Yep.
We may try to gather stories from people that we meet.
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of talked about it if we want to officially podcast during the weekend. We haven't decided. We want to kind of keep it open. We might do one, but I think it would be really cool if we met people with cool stories true crime stories, true crime adjacent.
Yeah.
Paranormal.
And also, if we don't want to do any of that, we don't have to.
That's true.
No, because we will be having a all day long 3-day weekend dance party.
It's true.
That's about to happen.
Yes. Emmy, thanks for buying a plane ticket.
So glad you can fly up.
I'm excited to be with my sisters.
Yes, when this episode drops, you will literally be on a plane.
That's true.
I don't know what time your plane leaves.
Yeah, let's pretend I will be, and I think it's close.
Anyways, okay, I guess.
So, Nettie, take it away.
If you listened to the episode from Tuesday where we talked about the Ouija board, the question was, so when does the Ouija board come in? Or something like that, when I was talking about the plot of the movie The Bye-Bye Man. And I had not watched it, but the movie is based on a story that is a Ouija board story. And so I double checked. I was like, it's got to be in there somewhere. How could they possibly take that out? It was kind of one of the most important parts of the original story, of like the true story that it was, supposedly based on. And no, the Ouija board does not make an appearance in the movie The Bye-Bye Man.
Wow.
I double checked.
Crazy.
Weird.
That's rude.
Yes.
That is crazy.
That is rude and weird.
Well, Haley, you were going to read an email, too, while we're talking about recent episodes. We had some fan contributions.
Yes, we got an email about the Frank Lloyd Wright episode, and it is from a listener, Maddie. She says, "Hello, Spooky Darlings. I am a big fan of the show, and I really loved your episode on Frank Lloyd Wright and the Taliesin. I wanted to share some additional information with you regarding Julian Carlton and the Taliesin massacre that I found on Reddit because it is fascinating. And I know that in my episode, there was kind of a scarce amount of information on Julian.
Oh, yeah.
So
I remember that.
Carlton was 31 years old, and everyone said he was originally from Barbados. He was brought onto work as a cook and servant at Taliesin during the summer of 1914, along with his wife, Gertrude. At first, the two were a delightful presence around the estate, but something in Carlton's demeanor shifted. Those at the Taliesin estate reported that Carlton became super paranoid, staying up late at night, standing at his window with a butcher knife in his hand, citing this as the reason for giving Carlton notice that he would be dismissed.
Oh my gosh. He was standing at the window holding a butcher knife?
That is nuts.
Yeah.
That is so scary. I wonder where this girl found this. It's amazing.
She found it on Reddit. So August 15th, 1914 would be his last day. So that was the day that Carlton struck. His wife, Gertrude, said that they had plans to go to Chicago the next day to look for jobs, and she was completely caught off guard by Carlton's sudden turn. She didn't think he was really affected by being terminated. In 2020, Paul Hendrickson wrote about the story and revealed that Carlton was not from Barbados as had been claimed, but actually from Alabama. Media coverage used stereotypical ideas of racist savagery based on the Barbados origin. We don't know why he claimed to be from Barbados. Also, Frank Lloyd Wright was known to be very racist and often used the N-word. I did not know that, and that did not come up in the documentary.
Wow.
While this was more common in 1914, Wright was known to be quite racist even for his time. This could have been a trigger for Carlton. Also, there are claims that Carlton was in an argument with Emile Brodel a few days before, in which Brodel called Carlton a, quote, black son of a bitch. Not okay, Brodel.
Remind me who Brodel was.
He was one of the architects employed there, and who was on staff. And
was he one of the victims?
I don't remember. I would have to.
I
go
believe
back
he
and
was.
look.
I think he was one of the victims.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. Which would make sense of this altercation. Carlton also targeting Brodel. You know how you purge your brain when you're done with the topic?
Yes,
Totally.
I do.
And so the end of the email goes, Brodel called Carlton a black son of a bitch, and that at some point before the massacre, they had a minor physical scuffle. I still have questions about Carlton and his motives, but I found this information to be fascinating. Please feel free to read it on the show if you want. Stay spooky, Maddie.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Maddie.
And Maddie cited her sources. Good job, Maddie. On Unsolved Mysteries Reddit, and the user was user Forest of Illusion.
Oh my gosh.
The user is Forest of Illusion.
That's amazing. Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie.
So
for writing
interesting.
in.
Very fascinating, and the extra context is extremely appreciated.
Yeah. Do you guys want to know something I found out recently?
Yes.
Speaking of people being misidentified as Barbadan from Barbados, you guys all might know of the character Tituba in The Crucible. And I recently was doing this research. In fact, I think this may have been in the book The Bye-Bye Man that I got my story from the Ouija board episode on, because there was a whole chapter about witch trials, but not in Salem, but the ones that like took place nearby, like 40 years before or something. And then they referred to the Salem witch trials, and he said Tituba was always referenced as being from Barbados, but that was mostly made popular by Arthur Miller when he wrote The Crucible, and that most likely Tituba was actually a woman from the Arawak native tribe.
Oh.
Where's the Arawak?
Must be somewhere in that area. I'm not actually sure.
Wow.
I just assumed it was in that area, but maybe it's not. But I think that something where they just decided to take people who had a certain skin tone and decide that they were like all from a certain culture. And it might have made like Arthur Miller, he based his characters on real people. Absolutely. Like they, these were true stories. John Proctor and Elizabeth Proctor, those were real people that actually were in, and Tituba was a real person. These were all real people in the trials, but like it makes sense that he would take some freedom, like some creative freedoms, because he's telling a story and driving a narrative. And you can see how kind of bringing in like the Barbadian witchcraft would have been.
Well, because it was seen as evil, even though it was like their spiritual work
and I don't even
they
know
did.
Maybe I don't know that Arthur Miller saw it as evil, but it was like a good like vessel to deliver the witchcraft in, and like fear.
I mean, people at the time saw it as, if not evil, they saw it as other, which is scary.
Like the Puritans, exactly right, Haley. So so when you were saying that he was thought to be Barbadian, but then found out most likely to not be, that made me think of Tituba.
Yeah.
Most likely an Arawak native.
Okay.
Woman.
Speaking of other, finding people as other, so this is kind of a throwback to an older episode. A friend messaged me and she said, I just finished the Arkansas cryptid episode where at the end you're talking about which cryptid from California you all are going to do. You mentioned something about the one that is a pair of glowing pants. Did you ever read the Dr. Seuss book, What Was I Scared Of? It's about a guy that keeps coming across a pair of pale green pants with nobody inside them. Haha, I wonder if he was inspired by that. It was kind of spooky for a kid's book, even though he eventually becomes friends with the pants naturally. It was one of her daughter's favorites for a while. You guys are so fun to listen to, even with murder talk. And that it's so funny because the book, basically, it's that whole thing of like, he was scared of the pants because it was other, but then they became friends.
Wait. I have a question though.
Yeah.
First sighting of the oh gosh, what were those
Fresno
pants called?
Nightcrawlers?
Fresno Nightcrawler. Was it before or after Dr. Seuss published?
After. Pretty sure it was after.
So perhaps Dr. Seuss was not inspired, but whoever first saw the Nightcrawler was like, what if we took this ghost from this Dr. Seuss book, which is weird that I don't think I've ever heard of this Dr. Seuss book. I thought I had read his entire collection. I know that I've read all the Green Eggs and Ham saga.
That one book.
That one book. I read the whole saga.
Oh. I just thought that was a fun one.
I use it to demonstrate rhyming in couplets to my ELL students when they're like, they're writing poems, and he's like, it only has to be 2 lines. She said it's 2 lines that rhyme. And I'm like, right. I think she means every 2 lines rhyme, but it can be longer than 2 lines. And then I go, like Green Eggs and Ham. And then I went, would you like it in a box? Would you like it with a fox? And then I got nervous that I was saying fox, Fox and Socks. Dr. Seuss book.
Fox and Socks.
And so I had to stop and question myself. Like, wait a minute. Am I reciting Fox and Socks? But no, it is Green Eggs and Ham.
Yes.
He's asking him if he wants Green Eggs and Ham.
He reused the Fox and the Socks part for another book.
Yes, he did.
Multiple times.
Anyways.
So speaking of fun things, we have kind of 2 milestones coming up. We have our 100th episode coming up in a few weeks, and we also are coming up on our 1-year anniversary of sharing this podcast with all of our lovely listeners. So we're brainstorming what to do to celebrate. If anybody has any fun ideas or any requests for a specific type of episode, we would love to hear your ideas. please email us at thespookydarlings@gmail.com. But we're kind of formulating, we've got some things on our list that we might do, but we'd love to hear from listeners if you have suggestions on how to celebrate those milestones.
We know we want to do something a little different and special just because it's our 1-year anniversary and 100th episode, although they don't quite fall on the same day.
They're close.
They're very close.
Yeah,
We're just going to combine them.
Yeah, I think we might as well.
Into two separate episodes.
Oh.
Combine them into 2 separate episodes. Perfect.
It's called comedy.
You nailed it.
I have been following this guy on TikTok. Actually, I don't know if I follow him, but he like breaks down jokes and then he like gives them a title. Like he's like, this is called a such and such joke. And I for the life of me cannot remember the name of any of them, but it's like where you say something and it's like a serious comment and then you add something to the end that it turns out funny. And the joke he used as the demonstration was this comedian that was talking about the wedding ring her fiance had given her or her husband, and how she was like telling him, no, I'm fine with this $300 ring. I think it's totally fine for my first marriage, something like that. Like, and then that's like a certain type of joke, like where you say something and then you add the funny joke on the end. Anyway, I'll be working all these types of jokes as soon as I can remember them into our episodes.
Perfect. I'm glad you warned us, so we won't be surprised.
We're not going to be surprised when suddenly you're funny.
Wait, what's the name of that kind of joke?
Haley just totally did one.
She did one. She's so good.
Yes, she's a funny gal.
Sometimes.
I have a couple of things. Pronunciation. It seems like in every episode we have a discussion about how to pronounce certain words. Okay. Hypnagogic. When we were talking, what episode was it on when we were talking about the hypnagogic hallucinations? Oh, it was during the automatic writing one.
Yeah.
Where the girl was writing for the guy that had passed on, the judge, Elsa Barker, and Judge, can't remember the judge's name.
Hatch or something, right?
Judge Hatch. That's exactly right, Emily. And I was like, hypnagogic, and I was like, don't know how to pronounce it. So the funny thing is that previous to recording this, I had looked up how to pronounce this word several times, but it just never stuck in my mind. It is officially hypnagogic. Hypnagogic.
Perfect.
The other thing that we talked about was the word timbre, spelled timber, pronounced timbre. Timbre rhymes with amber.
Yes.
Perfect.
The other thing that we have not discussed, but I just thought was really important to know, is that if you only have one biscotti, it's a biscotto. Because biscotti
It's not a biscot?
Is the plural. Biscotti is plural for biscotto.
I would have called it a biscot.
Yeah, that's a bit. No, you're thinking of biscuit, which is an English thing. And biscotti is...
I was not thinking of biscuit. I was thinking of a biscotti, and I was thinking of having only one, and I would have called it a biscot.
Well, you would have been wrong. You would have had a biscotto.
I would have been humiliated.
You would have quietly been thinking to yourself, how could I think this was a biscot?
This was a mistake.
Well, it took me a second to realize that biscotti and Biscoff are not the same thing. And I was like, in what strange scenario are you having one Biscoff?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Also,
Never.
what
It comes
strange
in a
scenario
pack of
are you
two.
having one biscotti? Or one biscotto?
Biscott.
One biscotto.
Why are you having one biscotto when you can have biscotti?
Yes, which is why we know the word biscotti more, is because there you need to have them in groups of two.
At least.
Right.
So if a waiter ever says, do you want a biscotti? And they only give you one, you'd be like, hey, I said yes. And they'll be like, right, I gave you one. And then you'll be like, right, you gave me biscotto. And then stare them down.
And then they'll be like, more like biscot, no.
Oh.
This whole scenario is going to go according to plan.
Okay, who's caught up on Widow's Bay?
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I think it might be my favorite show I've ever watched, Haley.
Are you serious?
You're going to be so into it. Like, I thought you had already watched.
No, because I watched the other one with the same actor.
You've got to.
Which I do have to comment on watching episode 1 of Widow's Bay and having seen all of Beast in Me. Emily, what is that actor's name?
Matthew Rhys.
Matthew Rhys.
Matthew Rhys does such a great job of playing different people. And I know that's his job as an actor, but there are so many actors out there who like only have like one note. But he is very different in Beast and Me than he is in Widow's Bay, at least so far in episode 1.
Yeah, he does a very good job of playing a very stressed out sheriff in Widow's Bay.
He's not a sheriff. He is a mayor. Nice try.
Oh, you know
He's
what?
Stressed mayor.
I take back what I said. I thought he was a sheriff.
And in Beast and Me, he's a stressed out billionaire.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he does a great job of playing that.
can't wait. Can't wait to watch it. The other thing I've been watching is DTF St. Louis.
Oh my gosh, I
so
finished
good.
it.
So good.
Brent,
Weird.
I keep falling asleep, but Brent and I have been watching it together, and it's been a fun one. And then I do the thing where I like fall asleep and then wake up and pretend I haven't been asleep. And then I just noticed that I had been like falling asleep, and I woke up and made some noises like I had been asleep, going, "Oh, wow!" And Brent just grabbed the remote and turned off the TV and didn't say anything. And
Do you have any more notes on Nettie's sleeping habits?
I was like,
Oh
"Good
my
call,
gosh.
good call, babe."
That is so funny. Okay, we watched a really good movie called Animal Kingdom, and I know there's a TV show. We did not watch that. We watched the Australian movie version of Animal Kingdom, and it was really, really good.
Adding it to my list.
I have had several clients, but it's clients who I do a mother's hair and 3 of her daughter's hair, and the mother and all of the daughters are like, "Haley, you have to watch Animal Kingdom," and they're always so shocked when I haven't watched it yet.
But
when
they're
I've
probably
been
talking
to
about
their
the
hair.
series, which I've heard is good,
know.
but the Australian movie is very, very good. That's the one that I watched.
Wait, is this? I
Okay.
thought is the series not like a National Geographic series?
No.
No, it is a crime family movie kind of show.
So there's a series Animal Kingdom, and then there's a movie Animal Kingdom, and they're the same story or based on the same story.
And then National Geographic also has.
That's the one I've seen, and I agree, it's intense. Those tigers, they're criminals.
We'll take down those antelope.
Those hyenas, sneaky bastards.
They're gonna scavenge.
Also, I might be talking about the plot of Lion King. There's no tigers in Lion King.
No,
There's
there's lions.
there's a Disney park called Animal Kingdom also, which people
true.
really think is fun. Jordan and I just like sat down and were looking for a movie, and we watched that one. It was very, very good. I can't comment on the series that also is supposed to be good.
What platform did you watch it on?
The movie, we rented it somewhere. I don't remember. Probably Prime or something.
Well, bad news for my TV watching days. Jason wants for us to delete like all of our streaming services, and he's gonna get rid of his Xbox subscription. He just really feels like the kids are addicted to TV and Xbox.
Why is he punishing you for the kids' problem?
I'm keeping my streaming services, which I have Netflix and HBO, which I think Widow's Bay is on HBO. And I have Apple.
Widow's Bay is on Apple.
Does
Okay,
he
so I still
know
have Apple.
about pins for watching? Like you can put a pin on.
Have tried so hard to be like, do this. The kids can earn TV. We are adults. We have already gone through earning our TV. And
You're like, I work and earn my TV on the daily. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm nice to you.
Also, I'm really nice to you.
And do you think that's because I'm not trying to earn my TV?
So he just wants our family to be less of a TV watching family. And I asked him, I was like, have you told the kids that this is your decision? Because I don't want to get blamed
He's like, no, I
for
told them it
something
was
that you're
yours.
choosing to do. And he was like, no, I haven't run it by them yet. And I was just like, could you please? Please.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little. I mean, I get it. The
I do
problem
too.
is once they get phones, like my kids don't watch any TV anymore. They, as soon as they have phones, they want to watch YouTube shorts and TikToks. Theo will have a group of friends over and they'll sit and watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids do that. I hate it though. I feel like it's such a mind rot, and I mean, I do it too sometimes. But like, you know, I think it's that thing where you don't feel productive after. You feel like, you know, I don't know.
Also, this is just a reaction to how much we're spending on all of our streaming services.
You know, we spend so much.
Like Jason had Paramount, Peacock, Hulu. What else did he have? He had he has Amazon. I wonder if he got rid of Amazon.
We have all
He
those,
has the
too.
YouTube subscription.
We do too. Mm-hmm. We have them all and Acorn.
So I think he got rid of all of them except for I think he kept YouTube, but he may have kept Amazon.
Brent keeps asking me if he can cancel Acorn, and I'm like, no, I need to finish watching Agatha Raisin. And then I was like, at this point, though, I probably could have just bought the whole series of Agatha Raisin for like $30 and actually saved us money. Mm-hmm. Because we've had the subscription to Acorn for 2 years now, and I've still haven't finished it. It's so good, but I just fall asleep every time.
You're so sleepy.
I'm so tired all the time.
Sometimes you're so sleepy in the middle of a sentence.
Listen.
Okay,
Look,
so
do you have any sleep
does anybody
stories?
else have anything
Right
good
in.
that they've been watching?
Yes. Oh, Vanderpump Villa.
Oh,
So, we know that I'm a little bit obsessed with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and that ran out. And also, the TikTok updates are few and far between. As far as TikTok updates go, court on June 1st.
Ooh.
Still drama between Taylor and Michaela.
Yeah, and Macy, because I've been following a guy that's been doing the deets.
Yep, and Macy. You know, I mean, I don't think that Taylor is always right. I do feel like this group of women would not have this opportunity to be on this show without Taylor's live TikTok where she revealed all of the swinging scandal details.
Yeah.
Does that mean that it's okay for Taylor to just like say and do anything she wants? Of course not. I do think that Dakota is her abuser, though.
No, Dakota's the worst.
And Dakota's the worst.
And Taylor, honestly, she's a mess. And she would be exhausting as a friend. Like, I can look at her behavior and be like, man, I would just feel like I'd have to walk on eggshells for every action because she's going to react in some way and feel like I'm not supporting her, that I was going against her. But the weird publicly stating it, like publicly saying, I don't support this, and I don't know.
Could have been a text to your friend. Could have been a phone call to your former friend.
I haven't been. I know that a lot of people really have liked Michaela. I have not really liked Michaela since season 1. I just something about her. She seems like to really hold a grudge, to not take responsibility for any of her actions, and to really be super judgmental of people in a less aggressive way. Like, I feel like Taylor wears her heart on her sleeve, where she says exactly what's on her mind
all the time,
passionately, where Michaela might feel the same passions, but she's going to say it in a more subtle way. But man, that girl will hold a grudge.
Yeah. And she's the only one still following Dakota. And
I just think that's weird. Dakota's she even has said that Dakota's the worst. So why is she still following him?
She seems to kind of be on his side. There's a lot of like speculation about that. Is Michaela like funneling information to Dakota and crew?
Probably.
I doubt it.
Who was it? One of you shared I can't remember his name. Jesse's ex-husband, Jordan.
Jesse's ex-husband, Jordan. Oh, Shania.
Out to a date with Shania.
But it wasn't Shania. It's this chick that he like has been working out with at the gym. I looked at their faces, and it is definitely the chick from the gym.
Okay.
Who even knows who she is? Jordan is the ickiest of the ick. Like, even worse than Dakota in so many ways.
Jordan's awful. Dakota's awful. I think they're equally awful.
Speaking of Jordan, though, you know, he raked Jesse over the coals for kissing Marciano when he had been attending orgies and like spending Jesse's money on like all sorts of things. And then Jesse took like the major blame for an affair, right?
Yeah, which wasn't
with
actually
Marciano.
An affair.
No, it was like,
I mean, it depends on your definition, but it was an affair light. It was a kiss.
If anyone was having affairs, it was Jordan during that marriage, who he then totally raked Jesse over the coals. So now they're getting divorced, and Jesse and Marciano have been spotted like everywhere, right, together. And I really think that this is like the beginning of like possibly just a beautiful friendship where they're just like, you know what, this is really going to piss off Jordan, and who deserves to be pissed off more than Jordan?
Yeah, they can join.
So, also, Emma Shippen who Dakota was dating, recently posted a story featuring Marciano.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me more.
I'm like, Marciano, yes. Like, I've been watching Vanderpump Villa. He is a problem. I totally know he is a problem.
Marciano? Mm-hmm. But like an adorable problem?
Not really. Not necessarily an adorable
shiny problem.
A shiny problem full of filler. His girlfriend, Hannah, they do a little bit wreak havoc on Vanderpump Villa, but they're kind of the show. Like,
okay, I've got to watch it.
It's so much fun. And so Marciano is now Dakota's ex, Emma, who I think she was just also a clout chaser who was chasing a clout chaser, Dakota, who she was hoping to get some of Dakota's clout from Dakota getting Taylor's clout.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Isn't everyone a clout chaser? The guy that I get most of my Secret Lives of Mormon Wives news on, he even said, he goes, I was thinking about this the other day. I have been making TikToks for a couple of years. I did not really get substantial views until I started talking about Taylor Frankie Paul. And he's like, so I feel a little bit of like this gratitude towards her and a little bit grateful every time she's in the news because that's how I'm getting my views. And he's like, and I kind of don't understand why these women aren't sort of feeling the same way. Like,
I wish you would send us these.
I believe I did send that one to you guys.
Oh,
I believe it's in the sister chat.
I hate it when I'm wrong.
Also, and I think that one of you sent this in the sister chat, maybe me, Taylor's season of Bachelor, they said, is going to air this summer on Hulu, but the finale will be on...
ABC from Reality Steve, and I guess Reality Steve is one of the most reliable sources to get your reality TV news from.
Has he ever thought about changing his name to Reliable Reality Steve? RR, 2 R's.
RRS. I don't know. We'll have to DM him.
Maybe also he should change his name to Reeve, Reliable Reality Reeve. I like this.
Oh, who? Oh my gosh. This actually could be an episode, but... Did I send you guys the podcast I've been listening to, like Love Betrayal or something like that, about the most hated bachelor and how this crazy woman tried to baby trap him?
No.
I've seen clips about it. I don't think you sent me the podcast, but I think you sent me a TikTok clip about it.
Just you or me too?
Sister chat.
I sent it to the sister chat.
Of course, it was just.
But this woman is mentally ill. Oh. She is mentally ill, and she has made so many men's lives miserable. Like, kept one man under a domestic violence restraining order for 10 years when he didn't do anything, but she harassed him. Oh. It's Love Betrayal. It's on Apple Podcasts. You guys, you have to go and listen. It was the craziest story. Also, Stacy, thank you for recommending it to me. A client of mine, I don't want to say her last name just in case. She recommended it to me, and like I've just been texting her about it like this whole time. And she was like, "Girl, you're gonna need a drink after this. Here's a drink idea." And it was like just 0 sugar Smirnoff, like strawberry vodka.
Is it like
with
a series?
Sprite. There's like 10 episodes and it's still not done.
Oh, I can't
like
wait.
This woman's trial with the Bachelor, or this woman's trial of felonies that she committed trying to entrap the Bachelor is coming up on like June 29th.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Thanks for the rec, Stacy, whomever you are.
You know who she is.
Oh, I do.
So speaking of TikTok news, have you guys... I know I sent it to you on the sister chat, but I know you both are behind on it. I had so much fun looking up these like Jacob Elordi lookalike contests and JFK Jr. lookalike contests that have been happening. Apparently they started in like a while ago, but there have been a couple in 2026. One happened in Dallas recently, and then another one in San Francisco and in New York City. But the men that show up to these things thinking that they look like Jacob Elordi or that they look like JFK Jr.
Wait, who's Jacob Elordi? I know JFK Jr.
Jacob Elordi is the guy, the tall actor that played in Frankenstein and in Saltburn.
Oh, okay.
I think he was in what's that
either of those.
drug show on HBO? Euphoria. I think he might have been in Euphoria.
Haven't watched that.
Haven't watched. It makes me uncomfortable.
I haven't watched Euphoria either. Saltburn also don't gross. Ew. But no, I mean, he's just like a tall, handsome guy that like.
I've heard of his name.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Brunette,
this
right?
would be
Yeah.
like if I showed up to like an Angelina Jolie lookalike contest going, I'm here.
Where do I check in?
Somebody once told me in passing.
A long time ago when I was in my 20s.
Oh,
Early 20s.
anyway, look it up. It's fun. It's fun to see the crowds of guys showing up with just such like earnest, like they're just like,
Here I am.
just
oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay.
Fingers
You got to
crossed.
look it up. Okay. Did anybody else have any other TikTok news?
I do. Apparently Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are cash poor. And they have like now a $2 million suit against them from their contractor for unpaid fines for the remodeling work that he's been doing on their like skyrise condo in New York City. Yeah, that's been interesting. They're rich in assets, but not rich in cash, is the reports.
Poor Blake and Ryan.
And Ryan was really counting on his Wrexham team to win because that would have been money, and they did not.
Uh-oh.
And then I follow this.
If they want us to feel bad for them, I just don't.
Oh no, nobody does. I follow this lady named Molly McPherson, who's like a publicist. She's deep into like she's worked in the publicist world in Hollywood for like 20 years or something. So she'll have like hot takes on what's happening, and she says that she actually thinks Ryan Reynolds has carefully, and I don't know if this is true, but I thought it was an interesting theory, has carefully been the architect of Blake Lively's downfall, and the plan is for him to try to come out looking good and her kind of crazy and not well. And she kind of insinuated that she just doesn't think Blake Lively is actually very smart. Like the way that she handles her publicity. She does not think that Blake is, she goes, she's just not a smart enough woman. She's brave. She's brazen.
That doesn't always equal brains.
Yeah, but she is not.
Did
smart.
you see the TikTok I sent of Blake Lively's lip reading at the Met Gala?
Yes, but I wasn't sure if it was accurate. But
That was
That was
funny.
funny.
I was watching her lips and it looked pretty accurate. Where she's like, no. It's hard to get good help around here.
But then I saw another one where she was like, we have to thank them. They work so hard because she's basically doing they're calling it her comeback tour. She's got a publicity team where they're trying to rebrand her as like this gentle. We talked about
Yeah,
this
you
in the
did
last
talk
one.
about it on the last one.
About like a
And
gentle.
she's terrible.
I think that one, Haley, was one of those like lip sync parody things where they like find funny things to make it look like they're saying as a voiceover.
Which is exactly why I sent it to my sisters.
Love it.
Allegedly.
And
I just knew we had to put allegedly in there somewhere. You did actually send it to us. You did not allegedly send it to us.
Yes.
But allegedly.
I think just this whole podcast should be allegedly.
Yes, we should. Or as
The spooky
our
Darkness, allegedly.
one of our listeners commented on a TikTok, sorry for the what did he say? The neurodivergent info dump. Like he made a big comment and they said, sorry for the neurodivergent info dump. And I was like, oh, that should be an alternate name for our podcast. Neurodivergent info dump. Allegedly.
Allegedly. That's basically our FUF episodes in a nutshell. Neurodivergent info dump. That's a great name for a podcast. Is that was that the Bandcamp guy?
Yeah. Okay. So did you guys see that there was an inmate in Tennessee named Tony Carruthers who was scheduled to be executed on May 21st. And so he's been on death row for like 26 years or something like that. But for the killing of 3 people, Marcellus Anderson, his mother Delois Anderson, and Frederick Tucker. But okay, so they had to postpone his execution because medical staff had trouble with the backup IV line. It was kind of like some sort of complication. But the ACLU says that they recently found out that there was unknown DNA on the ties that were used to bind the victims in the killing. This guy has maintained his innocence the whole time. There was unknown DNA on the ties that the jury was never made aware of.
That
my
is
gosh.
not cool.
So
Pursuit of justice, all evidence has to be presented. That is so shady on the part of the prosecutors.
it definitely is shady. And I don't know how they've gone this long and don't know yet who the DNA belongs to.
I mean, this just is not uncommon, is the thing.
It should be punishable. It should be like a concealing. I mean, I think it is. I think there's a crime, but they should prosecute it more heavily, because if the whole point of our justice system is justice, why would we be concealing evidence?
I mean, I know I reference this all the time. The West Memphis 3 is a classic example of investigators and prosecutors deciding who is guilty and then making things fit.
Yes.
And it's horribly, it is not uncommon for our justice system to do that.
I think that's what happened.
What's this man's name, Emily?
Tony Carruthers. And I mean, I have not educated myself on this case well enough to know if I think he did or did not do it. This is just like what I came across on social media about the stay of execution, and then the ACLU from their Instagram said that they would like him to see the chance to at least have that DNA tested before they move forward with any additional.
I think that's only fair and just and right.
Yeah.
They have to do it, or I'm going to be mad. And
Yeah.
they're going to meet.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's all just keep an eye on this one. I don't have any additional
Thanks for bringing
opinions
that up.
on whether I think he did or didn't do it, but
Right. But that's
in any
important
case,
information. Yeah, that's an important thing that should be answered. And I wish
Especially
it was
maintaining
prioritized.
His innocence this entire time. I just feel like that says something when someone has never let go that they're innocent, and then suddenly you find out that there was evidence that should have been looked into,
Possibly suppressed, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks, it's a bummer. Would you like to hear another bummer?
Yeah, you tell me a bummer, and then I have something kind of fascinating after your bummer.
Okay, I've got a bummer. So you guys may have heard of this, but 3 girls, they were 13 at the time in the UK, it was 2 girls. I believe it was 2 girls in the UK were both sexually assaulted by 3 boys who were also 13, 14 at the time. And the judge, named Judge Nicholas Rowland, decided that the 3 boys who raped filmed the rape and then uploaded the assault to social media so that it was seen. First of all, lured these girls in, both individually. This did not happen at the same time. It was
Didn't one of the girls have a crush on one of the boys?
Well, maybe because they met on a social media app, and then so the boy flirted with her, lured her to the spot, and then his friend showed up, and they both assaulted her together. And then they did it again a couple months later. The other boy lured a different girl, and then they invited the third boy on, who was egging them on and encouraging it. Filmed the assault, put it on social media, and then the judge, this is what he said.
Ew.
Let me turn the page. To the girls, the sentence I'm about to pass can't undo what has happened. So you'd think, just based on that he's about to lay down juvie or whatever they call it. They have a different word for juvie in the UK. No, there was no sentence. It was community service and sort of a vague rehabilitation because he didn't want to ruin these young lives.
This is the effing boys club that we are talking about. This is what we were talking about when we are saying dismantle the patriarchy. It is not because we want to harm men. It is because men are harming women, and that is being perpetuated to young boys who then harm girls.
And they're being told that it's okay by this exact reaction.
Yes.
Oh, you seem sorry and you seem like nice boys, and I would really hate to ruin your life. I mean, it's Brock Turner all over again. And these girls, their statements were one girl she was in shock, first of all, and she's like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be alive anymore. And the other girl said that she had nightmares every night, and that she was uncomfortable. She didn't think she could date again. And they're all 15 now. This was a couple of years ago, and justice simply was not served. But
and that judge needs to be kicked the F out.
Well, the silver lining is that so many people were upset by this, and it's gotten so much publicity that there is a law in the UK where you can actually, if you get enough people calling it in, where you can say that a judge gave an ultra lenient sentence and it deserved more. And I believe that this is what's going to happen, which is similar.
I hope so, and I hope that judge is kicked out. I hope that he doesn't have a job anymore.
Yes,
You're not doing your job.
Once again,
You want to smack him with his wig?
I want to smack him with his own dumb wig that they wear.
His name is Judge Nicholas Rowland.
Judge Nicholas Rowland, you suck.
But it reminds me of that case where that guy got the same lenient sentence because his mom knew the judge, and then his name was Kyle something. I don't remember.
They're always
was
named
it
Kyle. And if you're nice and you're Kyle and you're listening, thank you for listening, Kyle.
Yeah, I know a lot of nice Kyles. My brother-in-law's name is Kyle, and he's great.
Your brother-in-law is great. I'm sorry.
I know. Most of the Kyles I know are nice, but
Just like a visceral reaction to that. I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay, it's
Was
fine.
he
It's
one
fine.
of
You're
the-
right.
I was
You
thinking
can
of
cut
Kyle
that out.
Rittenhouse.
Was he the baseball kid?
Yes, the baseball kid. Wait. The one in Idaho?
There was an Idaho one, and then there was another one somewhere, I think, in Oklahoma or
He played
something.
at Ohio State University or something. Or his dad is the coach for OSU, but not.
But
Oregon
was
State,
it
but
Oklahoma,
Ohio State.
not Ohio?
Or yes, it was. It was Oklahoma. That's the one I'm thinking of. Where now he got such a lenient sentence that they went back and they're giving him a harsher sentence because there was such a public outcry. And that's the thing we have to keep doing. These sentences all need to be made public, and the public has to step up. And, we're not UK citizens.
Yes.
We're descendants of UK citizens, but we're not UK citizens, so I don't think we can do anything. But if you are,
in the UK, this is something that's happening over there.
yeah, apparently there's you can make a phone call and, sorry, I don't have the information.
I also think getting international attention will also put pressure, because it's you can't because rape is such a violent crime, and it was classified as not a violent crime for so long. I think that older people who are still in charge of things think that it is not as violent as it is.
Oh my gosh, no. Did you guys know that Elizabeth Smart, when she was 15, got asked by a male interviewer, if you were raped every day, did you ever think about just laying back and enjoying it?
That is disgusting.
She was asked
That is-
that question.
What is that person's
So
name?
vile.
What is his name?
It was a man, and I don't remember. A woman would never ask that
Let's
because a
figure
woman
out what his name is and let everybody know, because that guy does not deserve a job either.
Well, and obviously he's probably never.
She was 9, sir. She was 12, but still,
She
she's
was
such a child.
I think she was 14.
When she was kidnapped?
Yeah,
I thought she was 12.
I don't remember her age, but I thought she was younger.
But still a child.
Yeah. It's awful, whatever her age was. That's a terrible thing. I mean, and I know you guys have all seen this, in different forms, but where people are on social media saying if you are held at gunpoint or at knife point and somebody asks for your wallet, we're taught to hand it over, comply, because that keeps you safe. But suddenly if it's rape, they're asking, did you fight back? And why is that different? Why is it suddenly questioning if you don't just hand it over?
Yeah.
It's just such a double standard.
I'm just trying to survive. Yeah.
And women just are never, I don't know. It's not fair. It's not fair that they can't just feel safe.
Fair. Also, just the understanding, more recently, that a survival response can be to freeze or to fawn. Mm-hmm. It's because sometimes people will say, I just laid there. I didn't know what to do. I froze. Mm-hmm. And people are like, you didn't fight? You didn't try to stop him? It's no, you were frozen. And I've heard stories where people are sexually assaulted, by their massage therapist. Ugh. We're in a place where you'd think that, or their chiropractor, where they were suddenly he's groping me and touching me, and I just laid there. And then afterwards, he was like, was that okay for you? And I just smiled and left because I was in such a state of shock. Mm-hmm. Indeed, it is still assault, just because she wasn't what the hell are you doing, man? I don't know.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Smart was 14 years old when she was kidnapped. I just double-checked.
Okay. I'm glad you clarified that. I thought she was younger than that.
Well, she was young 14. Just, kind of like how Haley was, a little bit of a late bloomer. She was young, very young 14.
So awful.
Young, regardless of where they're at in their, gosh, jeez.
And I think all the time about the messaging that we got, too often when we were growing up about, basically, fight to the death for your virtue. Basically, the message was, you're not worth it if you're damaged goods from sexual assault or abuse.
Well, and the teachings that you get in young women's growing up, don't be a licked cupcake, or once you put a nail in a fence, you can remove the nail, but that hole is still there.
But I gotta tell you, it wasn't just Mormonism. All of my friends that grew up in church of any kind,
it's purity culture as a whole.
Mm-hmm,
it is across the board.
It's problematic.
And I do think the messaging has changed because, like, the young women that you talk to now that are and there aren't getting the same messaging, which is good.
I think Elizabeth Smart had a lot to do with that because I think she was very vocal with, like, what we're talking about of, like, purity culture across the board, no matter how or where you were raised or what religion you were raised in. It was so damaging. And I think that she helped, especially in the Mormon church, because she's still active Mormon. I think she let the Mormon church know this is not healthy for young women and we should do better.
Speaking out about it, it was exactly the right thing to do, especially because she had such a visible platform. And, you know, we know that oftentimes it's not always the case that you speak out about something and change is actually made. Sometimes you speak out and you're told to be quiet. Yeah. You know, and so I'm just really impressed with her and proud of her.
Yeah, she's really, really impressive.
I have one more depressing story.
Okay.
Wait, is it depressing? Yes. Well, it's kind of.
You do your depressing one, and then I'll do my less depressing one.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you guys may have heard that there was a prisoner named Rick Wasserman who had, like, multiple life sentences, so he knew he wasn't getting out. So, like, within the course of, like, a week, he killed 3 pedophiles in jail. And then there was, like, these TikToks about it where it was like, oh my gosh, amazing. This criminal, like, Dexter in prison kills 3 pedophiles. But then I clicked on one that was like, hey, let's examine why Rick Wasserman was in jail. He took 2 guards hostage. He and another prisoner, maybe 2 other prisoners, took 2 guards hostage. One was a female guard, the other one was a male guard. Kept them for several days, let the male go, kept the female repeatedly sexually assaulted.
Not cool,
the female
dude.
Guard. That is how and I don't remember what his original sentence was, but that is how he ended up with multiple life sentences, was because he basically took over a tower in the prison. And this was like in 2008, maybe. I should have written it down. But, like, always happy to have pedophiles no longer alive.
Because dead pedophiles can't reoffend.
And I do wonder if, like, Ricky, I was just thinking about the psychology of it, of him justifying killing the pedophiles, but not, like, seeming to take responsibility for the sexual assault of a guard. And I just wonder if he's like, well, I'm just going to kill the people lower than me on the prison totem pole.
Wow.
Prison hierarchy.
It's always complicated.
Yeah. Anyways, that was my last depressing story. So something happy.
Emily, take it away.
Okay, well, yeah. So I just wanted to say I was really surprised to find that, okay, you know, a lot of people are concerned about data centers popping up. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about whether they're actually data centers or whatever. And that, yeah, I mean, there's a lot. Everybody's kind of concerned, and rightly so, about energy consumption, water pollution. Even, like, I know that there were studies showing that the big one they're fighting about in Utah, in Delta County, Utah, would raise the temperature during the day by a few degrees. Like, there are a lot of reasons to be concerned about it.
Disrupting, like, the wildlife and all that.
Yeah. So the hero that I didn't know we needed and that I did not expect to show up in this scenario is Erin Brockovich. She has started a website where you can, like, add your information about, because there isn't really like a provided source where you can see where all of the data centers are popping up. So she has a platform for people to submit information about where they currently are, where they're being built, so that we can have the information we need to push back on this. And I was so excited.
So sneaky.
They are so sneaky.
Emily, that's awesome. I think that you posted that to the sister chat.
I did.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to read that.
So
first of
let's
all,
just
love Erin Brockovich.
Yeah, let's also just let Julia Roberts know that we are up for round 2 of an Erin Brockovich movie if we can get more eyes on this data center stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
All this data center stuff is so sneaky. Okay, and I just have to say, something that I am seeing a lot of is the blame being put on us as, like, internet users, social media users, yada, yada, yada. Also, no matter what we're using, because in this day and age we have to, AI is hooked into all of it. And so
Yes.
we'll stop using AI, you guys. It's like, no, you Google anything. Google automatically has an AI response. You use TikTok. TikTok has AI hooked right in there. So does
gosh, I'm
Instagram.
annoyed.
So does Facebook. So
Yes.
does everything. And so it's just these big companies all, again, trying to put the blame on us, the people that they need, because what does the population at large not need? Billionaires. We don't need them, but they need us. And so just pitting us against each other or anything like that is just their go-to move. And it's not us, it's them.
It's
Also,
them.
So we're perfect.
I would say, take the AI away. I would love to go back to the Google of 2010, where I could find anything.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's just not the
There was
same.
no algorithm.
It feels
Yes.
like, stuff has been scrubbed, stuff is promoted. It's all broken and garbage now. Maybe we need to switch to some other better search.
I've started using DuckDuckGo.
How do you like it?
I feel like it definitely gives me a different
Results?
results than Google. And I don't think that DuckDuckGo is allowed to... I think that part of their platform is they're not giving you an algorithm.
Okay. That's cool. Mm-hmm. I believe that the podcast network that has Spooked, what is that on? They're like an AI-free podcast network. Okay.
But wherever they are, they're great. So
Yeah,
go give
they
Spook
do.
to listen to.
They do AI. I believe, I might be wrong. Someone let me know. I don't know. I'll Google it later. Oh, I had one more thing to tag onto that awful story about the judge giving the boys the lenient sentence.
Oof.
His justification was, but the boys had ADHD and anxiety.
We all have anxiety and some form of ADHD, Judge.
And all three of us also have ADHD, so boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
And we're not assaulting people.
No.
Well, Nettie
I
did
mean,
threaten
until
to
I-
assault a few people with her.
Until I
But she'll
meet-
threaten them.
Until I meet Frank Woods. Is that his name?
Nettie, I can't find a different network other than KQED. I think they're like,
Maybe that's it.
yeah,
That might be it.
NPR and KQED.
For Spooked?
Yeah.
No.
Cool.
That's not it. I
I
don't know.
think it's okay if we move on from this, though.
Sure. If Haley wants.
If Haley gives us permission, we can move on from anything.
Okay, we talked last time about the Hawaiian man who threw the rock at the seal.
Yeah. What's that jerk doing?
Well, the Hawaiian man that is still unnamed, they won't release his name publicly, but the one that beat him up,
Street Justice?
Street Justice, he was named by Hawaii, by Hawaiian officials, an ambassador of aloha,
Oh.
and was given an award for protecting the island. And then someone explained, like, the spirit of aloha is you're welcome to come to our island and you're welcome here as long as you respect our cultures, our land, our beliefs, and, you know, come as a gracious visitor. If you don't, then we will have you exit in the same way. Like, if you wreak violence and havoc on things on our island, we will do the same to you. That's the spirit of aloha.
That's the rule when you go to Hawaii, so respect it.
Mm-hmm. Also, the side-by-side of that man and the seal, they look exactly alike.
They
and
do.
Emily, I think, said, I posted it to our sister chat, like, took a screenshot, and I was like, if you guys looked, was it you? How much they look alike? And Haley said,
The seal is much prettier.
oh, yeah. But then Emily said, you said the seal is much prettier, and then Emily said, I would probably throw a rock at myself, too, if I can't remember.
Well, thanks for sharing that. I said I might flip out and hurl something at an animal stalking me that also has my face.
Oh, that was what it was. I might, yes.
I wouldn't actually ever throw a rock at a seal. I was just making the joke that if there was an animal like stalking
Better
me,
looking than you.
pacing me that had my face on it, I would at least
what are you
throw a
doing?
stick. I'd be pretty freaked out.
Why does that seal have my face? Oh my gosh. Anyways, I was happy to see that man got the Spirit of Aloha award, and also the attorney, or he seemed like an attorney granting the award.
Uh-huh.
Whoever the man was. Actually, I think the attorney was the woman. He was like, we do take assault seriously, and then it cut to the attorney, and she's just like cover in a smile because they're all just like, knowing that justice was served. He was handsome. That's all.
Oh,
He was good looking.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. For him and his family.
Yes.
Yes.
And the people of, and in the spirit of aloha for the people of Hawaii, he
Yeah.
gives his beauty to the island.
Yes.
They'll give beauty back.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Perfect. Well,
Yeah, is that it?
did we do it?
Yeah, I think we ought to take it out.
Yeah,
All right. I took us in.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening. Once again, we are the Spooky Darlings. If you have anything to add or any corrections or ideas or just you want to send us a love letter, that would be to thespookydarlings@gmail.com. Please don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe and tell your friends. We love doing this podcast. We are having so much fun with it and we need listeners. So just keep telling your friends and spread the spooky love. And goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.